Are you willing to leave comfort the same way that Abraham did when God told him that he had a promise for him? When God told him to move, will you obey God the same way that Abraham did? Because in Hebrews 11:8, the way that Abraham carried his faith, obeying and trusting and having faith in God, not even being able to see a glimpse of the picture, all Abraham saw was land. All Abraham saw was land and his son and his wife. And in that, God was promising him nations. So Abraham back was a wealthy man. He had everything that he could want and need. God gave him one of the promises, which was his son. But God didn't want to stop there. But that's typically where we kick God off at. When we have what God has already promised us, when God said that was just the beginning, I'm not done yet. But will you be obedient enough to continue to follow me, to continue to have faith in the things that you can't see? Because let me tell you, Abraham had faith like no other. That's why he earned a spot in that Bible. Because Hebrews 11:8 says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called, obeyed by going out to a place which he was to receive for an inheritance. It was all land. It was all land, but nothing was built. This was an empty land. This was a fresh start. And God had to build on that. But Abraham had to see past what he could see and know who he serves and who his God is. He went out not knowing where he was going. You cannot see everything that God has for you. Sometimes God just wants your utter obedience. That's all he wants sometimes. But we find it so hard to jump out and do things when we don't see the full picture. And most of the times we're not going to see the full picture. That's not God's plan for us. But will you be obedient enough and have the faith and surrender to God's will? Don't surrender to what you want. Surrender to what God wants. Because at the end of the day, what God wants for us is better, bigger, all the things. His way and his wants for us is better than we could ever imagine. So just remember, when you're going throughout these seasons, when you're facing these things, take a second. Put your faith in action. Put your obedience in action. And say, okay, God, you got me going into this home. I don't know what this home is going to look like. But I have faith that you will build it up. That you will build it up the way that you see fit. Okay, God, I'm moving to this new state. I don't know nobody here, or maybe I do know people here, but I don't want to be acquainted. But God, I trust the promise that you have for me. God, I trust the word that you have for me. So therefore, I'm going to step out on faith, and I'm going to go into this land as an alien and watch you build. That is faith. Not only is that faith, but that's obedience. So continue to be obedient. Continue to remember the people that are in the Bible. We talked about Abel. We talked about Noah. And now we talked about Abraham. And Hebrews 11 shows you so many more people who obeyed and had faith. Just read how much faith they had and what they got in return. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for watching the last mini-series of Faith Opportunities Created Upon Surrender. There we go. And we will see you for the next one. Thank you.